yourselves for us.
So I'm standing up, Artis, CEO of Beautiful Noize Entertainment. My name stands for Act Real to Innovate Success. It's also my middle name. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm from East Orange, New Jersey. I reside in California. And I just pass it around.
Big Tone, rapper from California. Been rapping for basically as long as I can remember, so I just love doing it. This is me.
Oh, my name is Ming. I'm originally from Philly, reside in Sicklerville, South Jersey, and came out here. Well, I was in California for a little bit, so I'm not from there. Yeah, member of Beautiful Noize Entertainment, rapper, artist, lyricist, whatever you want to call it. Call me an MC, and that's what's next.
I'm Sean, go by NahSla, co-founder of Beautiful Noize Entertainment. It's my brother Jaquan, producer, DJ, write music as well, and just love music, period. From East Orange, New Jersey, as Jaquan said. Graduated from the LA Recording School last year, so I got my hand in audio engineering as well, so just do a lot of stuff.
I'm Q. I'm the singer in the group on the label. I'm from Michigan. I'm just the random one out of the bunch.
I was like, damn, you like,
yeah,
like over there.
No, I met up with these guys. Went to Howard in DC. Just recently graduated from there, and I moved up to Cali, trying to pursue music, acting, and all that stuff. So found them through Facebook, actually. And the white boy, his name is Madison Kane. No, you've heard him. You haven't heard any of his stuff. You haven't heard of him, have you? No, he's fire. No, he had to go into emergency surgery, so he couldn't make it out.
Oh no.
Yeah, so just keep him in high hopes.
That's called Amazing Spitter of all time.
Yeah, we're gonna play some of his stuff at the concert tonight, so you get a snippet of him.
Aren't you guys missing like 10 more people?
No,
those are other groups. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
They're not part of the
They're
group.
not a part of the group. Those are other groups.
Right.
Because she was trying to figure out. I was like, yo,
I heard
white
that.
boy, no, Wu-Tang Clan over here.
Right, I know what you're saying. No, it's just us right
Oh, all right. Can I say, I heard them spit the other day. I was sick. Like, I was highly impressed. I was kind of sitting in the corner of the room like that.
Well, before we got Duno.
Well, yeah, I'm a film director.
As you can see,
I reside in Los Angeles, and I'm from Nashville. Born in Vietnam, and basically learning how to make it in America.
Nice. I like that. Nice. So what's up? Where do they need to be? What?
We're going to go to SCB after here so that we can kind of advertise a cupcake for us.
Okay.
But if you want to ask any questions or if you
Yeah, if you have any questions, I heard y'all talking about music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple of members here who are trying to be writers. Some are trying to, do the technological stuff behind music, and some of us don't really know where they want to go with music. They just know they want to do something with music. Do you have any advice for anyone?
Well, so who's pursuing audio engineering? Okay. Are you infatuated with sound? Like, do you love sound? Because the reason I ask that question is, if you're definitely gonna pursue it, mixing is a craft you have to hone. So you literally have to be listening to all types of music. You have to actually want to mix. Basically, that's the final component of a song. After you write it with the artist, after the production, that makes or break the song pretty much. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's the actual science to it. You have to learn about EQ, compression, reverb, and it's something that you really need to be taught. I mean, you can stay at home, you can get Pro Tools, and you can learn on YouTube, but I would recommend looking at, Full Sail, SAE, Musicians Institute. That's mainly for people that are trying to be in a band or actually be a musician, singers. But look into audio engineering school. Full Sail's 4 years. The LA Recording School is only in LA. But if you do move there, you got to provide your own housing and all that. It's pretty expensive. It's an 18-month program. But maybe something locally in the area or something that you can look into, someone that's really gonna teach and you wanna learn from them, be out under their wing, look out for a mentor. And then pretty much once you're done learning all the skills and traits that you need to know, you know, you just gotta practice every single day, and then, you know, just get your own little setup, start having artists come through, and, you know, just start charging like 25 here and there, and just brush up on your skills.
Also, let you know what's gonna change the way you listen to music. You're gonna start to hear stuff that you never heard before. If you hear a mix that's not up to par, you know it's gonna trigger your ears. So if you're ready for it to change your whole sound environment, I'm telling you before you go in, because we can't listen to the same CDs in the car as we used to. So you'll be like, oh, this hi-hat don't match or something like that, and other people won't know the language that you're speaking around you, so just be ready for it to change you.
So what about, I'm feeling like you have like the rapper's passion, and that's like your thing. You know that's what you love and anything else. And I know that's certainly like for a few of you, I know for you especially yesterday, that seems to be your thing, you know, that like you completely feel it. It was insane. But when you know that that's your passion, what else do you do with it? Like what do, you know?
Honestly, I don't understand how it became a passion, but actually I started off as, the first one was I am an artist. I'm going to explain the definition of what a real artist is. Artist is a self-expression, so I started out drawing. Everyone was claiming that my talent was drawing, but later I realized drawing is merely an application of art. Art is really a self-expression, and it's a passion. You have to be passionate about it. You can't just apply and do it. Drawing to culinary art, theatrical art, they're all art. That's why they call them artists. They're self-expression. That's really where it comes from. It's from your mind. You know, that's the real talent. Everything else, what you actually do with it, that's the application. But I transitioned from like drawing to animation, because basically I didn't want to get into that as a career, because I drew out of passion, so I couldn't have a career of somebody telling me what to do, draw this, and that. I was never comfortable with that. I used to draw in my free time, make my own masterpieces out of my own head. But later I got into music, and I became very self-explanatory, self-expression. Self-expression about, because I also did poetry, and I also always was very good with words. Like in 8th grade, like this teacher, like she thought I like plagiarized an entire poem or something like that. I almost got in trouble for it, but I didn't. So our students was like, no, he sat there and did all that. I incorporated all sorts of figurative speech in it before I even knew what it was called. Similes, metaphors, personification, all that stuff. Ever since then, I had a way of words, and I grew more fond of that stuff and had a large vocabulary, so I was able to start freestyling and just put words together. And that became my new passion, just rhyming any type of word together. I can do it anytime at will. It's real easy. And that became my passion, and I started getting into music. I was like, because people started hearing me freestyle all the time, they was like, yo, you better than the people on my iPod. What are you doing? You got mixtape like that? I'm like, nah, I'm doing it for fun. And they look at me like I'm crazy. But I later realized those are a waste of talent for me not to do something with it at that point in time. Because my passion from drawing transitioned into music and rhyming words. So I started taking that serious and taking the heat for it. Because it's like you go to a park to see this tall 6'9" dude dunking and shooting threes from half court, and you're like, what are you doing? You want a team or something? He's like, nah, we're getting McDonald's. I'm not trying to play ball. That's a waste of talent, you know what I'm saying? So I just went with it and met up with him one day at college back in 2008. He heard me spit one day. There was a crowd around me and all that. So I was attract crowds, so he was like to hear me rhyme. And that's how I met him. If he heard it, it was like, wow, you're gifted. He told me about being when we first started.
So did you,
That's all that.
did you like major like in music?
Nope, not at all.
What's your major?
I majored in art, applied art. And everyone pressured me to do that because I could draw really well. Actually, when I first started college, I really didn't know what I wanted to do because my passion started shifting. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just took it because that's what I was good at. But
Did you like use that degree?
yeah, and I minored in computer programming because I'm a part-time nerd. I know all the stuff about computers and all that. I found out on my own time. That's another little hobby of mine. But yeah.
I heard y'all saying something about somebody that was interested in majoring in music, and I'm gonna just say something off of my background. I originally wanted to be a rapper, like that's all I wanted to pushed a lot of hip hop on my brother because I was able to have access to it a lot more than he did. And I will write rhymes all the time. I still write rhymes to this day, and I'll just post them on Facebook, whatever. And people always tell me you should rhyme, but that's not really my passion. My passion is music. I started off playing the saxophone. He started off playing the trumpet, and that brought out the production in both of us. But I love to just play music and watch people's reactions. So I've been DJing for years. But I started trying to take a music class, and I was told by one of the teachers that the music that I'm making in the class is not considered music because it's a lot of sampling, and that's why hip hop is never going anywhere. So that led me to leave school. I don't want to tell y'all to leave school or change anything up, but I'm just saying, like, I went back to it and went in a different direction with the LA Recording School, where they don't, discriminate. They've got people in there from Dr. Dre. You see the plaques on the walls for everybody that has worked on any type of music. So some people might tell you that that might be, or you might start something off that it might not seem like it's your thing, but if music is your passion, just continue with it. It might not necessarily, you might not be, destined to be a rapper. You might not be destined to be a producer. You might not be destined to be a writer. But some people that aren't rappers are writers. And like she was saying, they get paid a lot to ghostwrite. There's a lot of people
that made me
get paid
mad
a lot.
when someone told him that he will never have a career in writing.
That's ridiculous.
So
P. Diddy, I don't know if y'all know this, but P. Diddy, and I don't want to disrespect Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre never wrote The Chronic. Eazy-E never wrote any of his stuff. Ice Cube wrote it.
Yeah.
And then, who else? Yeah, and there's a bunch of people in the game right now that don't write nothing at all. Like Neo writes for most of this.
Everybody.
Neo don't have to put out another album ever,
No.
period. So you can get paid off of that type of stuff.
Sean Garrett.
Now, how do you
Garrett
go into, like, I know, I think a lot of us know how, like, you want to be a singer, you got to get your name out there, that type of thing. How do you become a writer, a successful writer?
The main thing is you have to find a record label that you're trying to have a relationship with. Get your stuff together, make sure you copyright everything that you do. You have to definitely copyright. This is the man on copyrights right here. Like, you have to copyright everything that you do, and you just have to submit it to different places and find, maybe an agent, somebody that might pick you up that can submit your stuff. But writing is, to be honest with you, I mean, these guys, it's no disrespect to any rappers or singers or anything like that, but the people that make the money is the producers, the people that's behind the boards, and the people that behind the lines, the people that write everything. So that's where the real money is made, if you're in it to make money. But if it's your passion, continue to try. I mean, we're continuing to try, and you hear the music that we put out as opposed to the music that's on the radio right now. So.
Really true, actually. In my media class, we were talking about it. Like, for every iTunes sale that you see of a song or something, like the rapper, the performer's getting probably 7 cents off of that 99 cents sometimes. Or
Yeah,
sometimes.
royalty.
After you go through all the different people who did the rest of the stuff, and then it comes
Exactly.
back to it, that's what happens. So don't think that you can't make money doing that. I know you guys have to go. Kathy, you were going to be going with them in a minute, because you're going to go do flyers up at SAB with the Cupcake Wars and just be with them and pass out flyers and stuff. Other half of you are going to go to other buildings and stuff and pass out flyers until the rest. But thank you guys.
Thank you.
for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
We'll see you guys tonight.
Is there a stage?